This video is on a new GTViewer Add-On tool that I've been using internally, and I've found it pretty useful, so I thought I'd make this video and see if anybody else was interested in it. It's very simple. All it does is synchronize two or more views in GTViewer. So let me create a new view, and I'm going to dock it over here on the side so we'll have a split view. And I am going to make the left side the source, the one that controls it. So I just run the source app, and then I'll make the right side the client. Now, if I do anything over here on the right side, it's just like it normally is, because it's the client. If I do anything here on the left side, they're synchronized. They're synchronized in view location and zoom level. They're not synchronized in what's displayed, and that's intentional. And you'll see why here in just a second. So everything's turned on in both of these. I'm going to make sure that we only have electric on the left, and let me change the right to be only the gas. Now, when I move this view around, you'll see that the left's the electric, the right's the gas, but it's the same exact spot. We can do this even one step further, and let's make a new view. I'll dock it over here. They're a little skinny, so I'm going to scoot these over so we can see them a little better. And I'm going to make this one a client. And I'm going to change its view to be fiber only. We'll have to zoom in where there's some fiber. Now, the two clients are both tied to the source. So if I start moving the source around, they'll stay synchronized. This may or may not be useful to you. I think this is a good way to demonstrate what it's doing. I think the real usefulness of this is comparing a current data set to an older one or multiple older ones and seeing what's changed in the data. And that's what I really wrote this for, because I needed a way to compare data from different time periods to see if the exports were exporting correctly or if anything had been lost. And when you're not familiar with the data like I am, I'm not familiar with all the customers' data on all the tiny details, but I can quickly compare a side-by-side view of an old one that is known correct and a new one that's experimental. So let me show that. And I'm just going to close off these two views here. And I'm going to open up a different project. Now, this is our demo data that we've had for 25 years-ish. And originally it was frame data, and that is outdated nowadays. So I have modernized the demo data to work and function like a modern GIS. And surprisingly, it was a lot of work to convert it because a lot of things were different between frame and a current GIS. And I use this tool to find the problems and to fix the problems. So let's go ahead and split the view. And again, the left one is the old original data. And the right one is now the converted data. Now I'm going to make it the client. And I'm going to change the display to just be electric. And let's look at something closer. You can tell from this level that it's not quite right. These breakers over here on the left look nice and pretty, where these all look offset. If I zoom in, I'm zooming in the wrong one. If I zoom in on this one, they'll stay together. Let's find, like, here's a fuse. You'll see the fuse is off. Now, the reason for this is that in the old frame data, the symbol fonts were always bottom left justified, and that's not true anymore. This fuse in this one was center. So it's using a left justified font and a center use, and it just doesn't come out right. But that was quick and easy to find. You'll see though that some of the items here, like the pole and the guy, are fine. Some of these other little symbols are fine. But the transformers, the fuses, all of it, let's get down to that one. You'll see that one's way off. And it's because it was bottom left was the origin here, and then it got rotated around that, which took it away from it. So that's another use. I think this is more useful if you have real data and you want to compare your current data set to some point in time. A lot of people keep their GTViewer data, archived by when they export them, so they can pick a date, a year ago, 5 years ago, whatever, open up one on the left and the other on the right, and just sync them together and see what's different. And that's what I was doing. I was doing it for tweaks to the exporter, and it was invaluable to me to see the differences since I wasn't that familiar with the data. But I could pan around and see if things were different. And I hope this would be useful to you. If it is, let me know. It's not packaged with the GTViewer Add-On tools yet, but it can be if anybody's interested. And it was only about 10 lines of code, so it does a lot for very little. I haven't had any problems with it. It only works on GTViewer 20. It's possible to get it to work on GTViewer 15, but you would have to get an update to have some of the new hooks in it. So thanks for watching this video, and let me know if you're interested in it.